don't think for Live Bomber this year.
Right.
Maybe one year. Have you had Wandering Q?
No. Is that in the city?
So Wandering Q is a hipster Brooklyn kosher barbecue outfit,
Really?
and it's
Good.
legit. It used to be called Hakadosh BBQ, which is a much better name. And the reason, hello, good job. The reason why we had to change the name, I kid you not, was because their hashgacha guy
Right.
said
Didn't
that
like
was offensive. Yes, he said it was not.
Really?
Yes, but that's such a good name.
That is a good name.
Yeah, it's a great name.
The Smoky
So I
Joe.
know in another lifetime you were a chef,
Yeah.
okay, so I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Twice I've tried to make zucchini pancakes,
Oh yeah.
and they just don't, they're
Like-
too wet.
You're
What do
supposed
you
to
mean,
sweat them.
like zucchini? In what, like a latke, but out of
Like
zucchinis?
a latke. So
You're supposed to
I
sweat
would,
them.
what do you mean sweat them?
They have a lot of water, and so
I
if
did
you
drain.
salt them, and then let them sweat, and then
Oh,
like,
so you said I should salt them first.
yeah, let them
That could help.
sweat. And
Yes,
then,
I
and
did,
then
I
you
did put them
paper
in like
towel.
a colander to
I mean, they're not
drain
gonna
them.
be crispy like a potato. They're never gonna be like
Right,
that.
no, but they were too, they almost taste like they weren't cooked, like they were too moist.
Soggy
and-
because you have to sweat them, salt them,
Okay.
let them sweat, and then put the paper
How long
towel.
do you let them sweat?
I think you could do it raw. I
I
don't know that I agree with that.
No, she's right,
Okay.
there's a lot of water, there's a lot of water,
There's a lot of water in
there's
there.
a lot of liquid, and
That's
just,
true.
And then the other thing you can do is, someone said you could put like books or like a heavy something on top of it.
but
to
definitely you
flatten it.
got salt.
And then all the
You
water
don't need
comes out.
books.
Yeah.
I don't
No, I
think you
wouldn't
use
use
books.
I have other things, because I even.
You have an anvil. You know an anvil? You put an anvil on top of them.
No, because I grated the onion and the zucchini, and I put
Right.
flour and egg and.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
so
blah.
that's fine.
And like, even adding more flour didn't, like, so it had more of a batter.
I think you
Yeah,
can,
it got
I've got
really-
a solution.
It got like a
You buy them
paste.
frozen.
Yes, like a batter.
That
And
sounds fun.
And that didn't even
And
help.
same with, I think that's the same with eggplant, I don't eat eggplant.
Yeah, I always salt the eggplant.
So it's the same
I do.
idea.
But that's to take the bitterness out and the
No,
moisture.
if I just slice it, eggs, breadcrumbs, bacon.
No, put salt on it. It's a
No.
try it, it's different.
Yeah.
I love
it
the
is.
way
What do you
it
think, Bob? Zucchini pancakes? That's what we're.
That's what, yeah, that's what.
All
I was
right.
like, I don't wanna make them anymore, they're a lot of work, I don't like the way.
They are similar.
All right, so we're going on page 14 or 46. Yadi nefesh harachaman mishoch avda el retzonach yarutz avda kemo hayal yishtachaveh el mol hadarach yerav lo yedidutach mino fetzu vechol ta'am Adonai Ehoziv ha'olam nafshi cholat ahavatach ana elna refana la beharot la noam zivach אז תתחזק ותתרפא והייתה לך שפחת עולם ותקיימו רחמך וחוסנה על בן אוהבך, כי זה כמה נחשוף לראות בתפארת וזך ענה לי מחמד ליבי חושנה ואל תתעלם Yigalena Hofros Chaviv Alai Het Sukkah Shelomah Ta'ir Eretz Mikvodach Nagila V'nismecha bach Maher Ahuv Kiva Moed V'choneni Imei Olam Hai dai 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 Yada dai 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 Yada dai 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 Yada dai 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 Yada dai 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 Yada dai 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 Hai dai 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 Yada dai 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 Yada dai 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 Page 15 or 48. Lechu neranana ladonai naria lesu yishenu lekadma fana b'toda bizmirot naria lo ki Arbaim shana akud bedo vaomar amto elevavchem vahem lo yodu derachai asher nishbati v'api im yavun el menuchati shiru ladonai shir chadash shiru ladonai Kol haaretz shiru ladonai baruchu shemo basru miyom liyom Yeshuato sapru vagoyim kevodo b'chol ha'amim niflotav Ki gadol Adonai umulal meyod Norahu al kol Elohim Hai dai dai Ki kol Elohim ha'amim elilim Adonai shamayim asa Hod v'hada lefanav Oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho Havul Adonai mishpachot amim Havul Adonai kavod va'oz Havul Adonai kevod shemo Seyu mincha uva'ol hatzrotav Istachavu Adonai v'hadrat kodesh Ilu mipanav kol haaretz Imru v'agoyim Adonai malach Aftikon tevel bal timot Yadin amim b'mei sharim Yismachu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz Yiram hayam Lo Ya'alo Sadai V'chol asher bo Az Yorananu kol atzeya lifnei Adonai Kiva Kiva lishpot haaretz Lishpot tevel betzedek Ve'yamim be'emunato Yai dai 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 Yai dai 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 Yai dai 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 Yai dai 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 Page 17 Adonai malach tagel haaretz nismechu yim rabim anav arfel sevivan tzedek umishpat mechon kiso. Yes, no, no, no. Or zarua la tzadik ul yishrei lev simcha simchu tzadikim badonai ve'odu lezecher kodsho yizmo shu l'adonai shir chadash yinikra l'tzah hoshiyah לפני אדוני קיווה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ויאמין במי שערים. page 19. אדוני מלאך ירגזו עמים, יושב קרובים תנות הארץ, אדוני בציון גדול, ורם על כל העמים. יודו שמך גדול, רם אמר עליהם יסתכל. Ramamu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'char kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Who's right? Page 20. Mizmor leDavid havu l'Adonai b'nei lim havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz hay havu l'Adonai kevod shemo l'Adonai b'hadrat kodesh kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai al mayim rabim kol Adonai ba'koach hay kol Adonai behadar Adonai shover arazim v'shaber Adonai et arzei halvanon v'yarkidem kemo eyel Levanon v'Sirion kemo ben ra'imim Kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh Kol Adonai yachil midbar Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh Kol Adonai yichalel Lod vayecheso Ye'arot uv'hechalot Omer kavod hay Adonai lama bu yashav vayeshev Adonai melech leolam Adonai oz le'amor yitein Adonai yivarech itamo b'shalom Bottom of page 20. Anna bekoach gedulat yamincha tatir tserura kabel rinatamcha sagavenu taharenu nora Anna bekoach gedulat yamincha tatir tserura kabel rinat amecha sagavenu tareinu nora Yai da dai 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 dai. Yai da dai 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 dai. Yai da dai dai dai. Nagi Bodoroshe. Baruch Shekef Baruch. Page 21. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamo v'zachor b'dibur echad. Hishmiyanu el hamyuchad Adonai echad ushmor echad l'shem ultiferet v'litila lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai yadadai yadadai
b'nei Shabbat
nekabela Likrat Shabbat l'chu v'nelcha ki miko ha'beracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavati la lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzi mitoch hafecha rav lach shevet b'yemek habacha v'hu yachamol alayichem la Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela Hitnari mi'afar kumi Live she big de hey tifar techami al yad ben yishai bet halachmi karva el nafshi gala lecha dodi likrat kala pa nei Shabbat nekabela Hitorari, kiva orech kumi uri, shir daberi, kivod Adonai lecha dodi, likrat kala pa, nei Shabbat, nekabela, tevoshi velo tikalmi ma tishtochachi umatemi bach yechesu ani yeyami v'niv neta'ir al tilaha lecha dodi likrat kala pa nei Shabbat nekabela hayulim shisa shoasayich verachaku kome valayich yasis alayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kalaha lecha dodi likrat kala panei Shabbat nekabela yamin usmol tifrotzi v'et Adonai ta'aritzi al yadish ben partzi v'nismacha נגילה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובשמחה טוב אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה Page 23 or 59. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינוך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. צדיק אתה המה יפרח, כארז בלבנון יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינובון בסבב דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולתה בו. Page 21, 24 or 61. Adonai malach Ehud, lavesh, Adonai yasi tazo, aftikon tevel baal timo. Nachon kisach meyas. Mikolot mahayim, mayim rabim, adirim, adirim, mishperei. Mikolot mahayim, mayim rabim, adirim, adirim, mishpereyam. Adir bamarom, hay day day. Adir bamarom, hay day day. Adir bamarom, Adonai. Adir Bamarom Adonai. Edotecha ne'emnu ma'od lebeitcha na'ava kodesh Adonai la'orech yamim.
This week we observed the Yartzeiten of Hyman Sarabransky, father of Joel Sarabransky, Pauline Stamfer, mother of Morris Stamfer, Bertie Forer, grandmother of Jill Goldenberg, Helene Kushnick, mother of Daniel Kushnick, Ruth Pat Silverman, mother of Doris Pat Smith, Elle Lenny, mother-in-law of Leah Lenny, Morton Schwartz, father of Matthew Schwartz, Joanna Steinberg, mother of Mimi Steinberg, and Samuel Cohen, father of Larry Cohen. May their memories and the memories of all those whom we recall be blessings. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 24, or 61.
62.
62.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayei chon u'vyomei chon u'v'chayei t'chol beit Yisrael. V'akala u'vizman karib v'imru.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Leolam Ulamei Almaya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitronam v'yitnasei. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shmei d'kudisha.
Brechu.
Le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Ta'amiram v'yalma v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei shlam rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Osei shalom b'mromav. Uya say shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen.
Amen. Good Shabbos, everyone. It's nice to see all of you. One of the things that we've been exploring in the Hasidism class, and a few of you have been to some of them, some of you have been to all of them, a few of you, many of you, a few of you have been to some of them, is one of the remarkable things about Hasidism, which, as most of you probably know, is both an academic and sort of a personal spiritual interest of mine, is that the Hasidim, the early Hasidic rabbis in the 18th, 19th century, say that Dveikut, unitive experiences of divinity, direct, unmediated experiences of God, is sort of the sunum bonum of religious life. That's what all people should be striving for. That's the point of leading a Jewish life. And you might say, of course, like, that's the point of religious life. And to some extent, I think that's the perspective of the Tanakh. But I think that in the context of the 18th, 19th century, and I think this you could even broaden and say in the context of Rabbinic Judaism, I think this is a bit of a corrective. And just to give you one example that's always amused me is, there's this you're supposed to cling to the Shekhinah. That's a sort of you're supposed to cling to God's presence. And there's a statement in the Talmud, and the Talmud, of course, says many things about many things, but there's a statement in the Talmud that says, what does that mean? It means marrying your daughter to a Talmid Hacham. Marrying your daughter to a learned guy. And I will say, if I had a daughter, I suppose, all else being equal, marrying her, seeing her marry a Talmid Hacham would be a nice thing in my life and perhaps spiritually, religiously meaningful to me. I'm not sure if I think about like the apex of religious experience, the way I would describe that is, one day my daughter's going to marry this guy who learns a lot of Torah.
What happens if it's a doctor?
What's that?
What happens if it's a doctor?
If it's a doctor, they say a Talmid Hacham. But right, I mean that's the same, right? But that's the idea, right? And I think that particular statement, the Gemara has been read, I think, correctly in some ways, as an example of how Rabbinic Judaism, for all of its prodigious strengths, can sometimes be distancing from immediate kind of experience of divinity. And it oughtn't be, and that's something the Hasidic rabbis are looking to correct. And it comes up with the Parsha this week. The reason why I bring it up is because it comes from the Parsha this week in sort of, and I think in both an amusing and important way. And so the Parsha this week is Ki Tisa, which includes the story of the golden calf, which is one of the most famous episodes in world literature. And as punishment for the golden calf, God basically ultimately tells Moshe that he's no longer going to lead the people directly. God's going to send an angel instead, and the people are still going to be going to their land, but God's not going to do it God's self. Basically, because he says that otherwise I'm going to go. Otherwise, I can't be around these people lest I break out against them. Basically, God's saying I can't. These people are awful. They're going to drive me crazy. I need some distance. That's what God basically tells Moshe. And Moshe has this interesting exchange with him where he says, please actually lead the people yourself. To which God responds, fine, I'll do it and you can relax. That's what the text says. V'hanichoti lach. Vayomer panai yelechu, my presence will go before you. V'hanichoti lach. And you, Moshe, can chill out. That's basically what it says. You, Moshe, just relax. I see you're stressed out about all of this. Chill out and I'll go before you. And then Moshe kind of hawks God again and says, listen, you really have to do this. Make sure you go before us. And then God responds a second time saying, yep, I'm going to do it. And commentators throughout the ages are perplexed about how Moshe can have the temerity to say to God, God says I'm going to do something, say, okay, fine, thank you. But he says, but it's like saying, it says, and I can relate to this, right? When your kids ask you, Daddy, I want you to do this. And okay, you really better do it, all right? Okay. And the rabbis are perplexed about why Moshe treats God this way. And of course, we've just learned that Moshe talks to God face to face. So they have this kind of relationship. And there's a comment that I found from Rabbi David Halevi, who is a 16th century commentator. He wrote the Taz, which is an important commentary on the Shulchan Aruch. And he also wrote a Torah commentary called Divrei David, which is less famous. And there he says that Moshe is actually teaching God something here. And what Moshe is saying, I think this is remarkable, what Moshe is saying is, God, you told me that the reason why you're going to still lead the people is so that I can relax, that it'll be nicer for me. Okay, and he says, you're right, it will be nicer for me. But that's not the reason you have to do it. You have to do it because the people actually need it. You have to do it because the people actually need it. And he says that imagine that Moshe's going to say, if you're not going to go before us, then don't lead us any further. That's it. That's the end of the line. And I think it's a really sort of an incredible teaching because it imagines that what Moshe is teaching to God, and by extension teaching to us, is that sort of direct and immediate and intimate experiences of divinity are not, they're not derech hagav. They're not something that is optional. They're not a nice, pleasant part of religious life if we experience them. No, those are actually the beating heart of why we're doing all of this, and we need it. And we need it. However you understand what it means to cling to the Shekhinah, you need to be doing it. That's what the Taz thinks Moshe is telling God here. And I think this is a remarkable moment. And then God says basically, oh, I see. I get it. The people need me to be close. Right. And maybe I need to be close. So I hope we find that, and I hope if you have daughters, I hope they marry Talmidei Chachamim. But I also think we need to be looking out for our own religious lives and looking out for those moments of real connection where we glimpse something that is sort of a little bit beyond and a little bit deeper and a little more real. So, with Ma'ariv in just a moment, which is on page 28. Please rise. Baruch Umavir yom umei vilayla, mavir ben yom uven layla, Adonai tzevot shemo el chai v'kayam, tamim ochaleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Amari v'arabim, avad olam v'yisrael. Page 29 or 65. Ki em chayenu ve'orech yameinu ve'em nege yomam v'layla ve'avatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam B'shivtecha b'veitecha u'b'lechtecha b'derech u'b'shokbecha u'b'gumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'isharecha v'hayayim shemot ishma asher lachem et Adonai. Adonai Elohechem Emet 32 or 70. Umalchuto biratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe uMiriam u'bnei Yisrael lichanu shira b'simcha raba v'yamiru chulam mi kamocha b'helim Adonai mi kamocha Nedar b'kodesh Nora tehilot osefele Shirachutecha rahu banecha Bokei hayam livnei Moshe Ze Elianu v'miru Adonai imloch le'olam va'el Yaakov Ugalom Yachazak Mimenu Baruch Adonai Gal Yisrael Adivenu Adonai Leinu Shalom 33 or 73. Ushmor tzeitenu voenu l'chaim u'shalom me'ata v'yad olam Ufros aleinu sukat shelomecha Baruch atah Adonai Haboreh sukat shalom aleinu Ve'al kol amo Yisrael Ve'al Yerushalayim L'Israel 34:74 V'shameru b'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asod et
Shabbat Ledorot HaMerid Olam Hai 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 Beinim Uven Bnei Yisrael Odi Leolam Hai Hai Ki Sheshet Yamim Asa Adonai Hashamayim V'yet ha'oretz Uvayom ha'shevi Shabbat v'inafash Yigadal v'ikadash merabah V'amad Ibrahim Devi Amlech Malchutei V'chayechonu V'yomechon Uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Ubizman Kariv Imru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mivorach Leolam U'Olamei Alamaya Yivarach V'Shabach V'Dvar V'Dram V'Naseh V'Dadar V'Dale V'Dalach Shmei D'Kudsha B'Rechu Leila Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata Hadush V'Chata V'Nechemata Rahamiran Be'alma V'Imru Amen. The formal text of the Amidah is page 35 or 76. Say shalom imroma, Oya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru amen. Ya say shalom. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Page 47 or 89. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzivam Vaychal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa Vayishbot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa Vayvarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i Vaykadesh oto Givo Shabbat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Konei Shamayim v'Haaretz Magen Avod bidvaro, mechayim etim b'mamaro, האל הקדוש אין כמוהו, המניח לאמור ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רצה להניח להם. לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד. מעון הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום, מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה לעמד ושני עונג זכר למעשה בראשית. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, רצה במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך, שבנו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך, ותאר ליבנו לעובדך באמת, והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ורצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בה ישראל מקדשי שמך, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. יקרא ויקרא שמי רבה, ועמד יברק יהודי וימליך מלכותי, וחי חלומי וחלום חי לכל בישראל, ועגלה זמן קריב אמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתברך ונאמין ונעשה, ויתעלה 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 שמי דקודשה, בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, דמירם בעלמה ואמרו, אמן. תקבל סודון ובדון דכל ישראל, קרא ושמעיה ואמרו, אמן. עושה יהי שלום בין שמעיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, אמן. עושה שלום ואמרו מה והוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, amen. Kiddush is page 49 and 93. Does anyone want to make Kiddush? בבקשה.
We got Kiddush here? Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho b'ahava ratzon hinkilanu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit
Ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'yava u'v'ratzon
hinkaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh ha-Shabbat.
Amen. Page 51 or 98. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, laten kedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishbechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שנשמעים ביוסר מושמע ומשמע איפה זה לא על כן נקבל לכם. הכתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו Mourner's Kaddish is 52 or 101. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah. Be'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon v'yomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. Vitadar, vitale, vitalal, shmei dekudsha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata b'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. O say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. A good Shabbos again. A yasher koach to Darren for Kabbalat Shabbat and to David for Kiddush. Kiddush is sponsored this week by Adam and Magdalena in honor of Sylvia's 100th birthday, and it's going to be a beautiful Kiddush, as you can see from the tables or if you peek into the kitchen. So thank you so much to Adam and Magdalena for that, and also a big mazal tov to Sylvia for being 100. It's really extraordinary, and please come tomorrow morning and celebrate. And it's also Shabbat Mishpacha, so there'll be a lot of kids here, and it should be a wonderful, God willing, freilich and marvelous Shabbos morning. So please consider coming for that. 9:30, our normal start time. We're looking for people to sponsor Kiddush. Please contact Andrea about that. There's one more session of the Introduction to Chassidism class, 7:30 p.m. Next Tuesday at the PJC. Lunch and Learns will continue on Wednesdays. We're learning Mishnah Pesach and also the Parsha. So come join for that. In lieu of an evening adult ed class in the coming weeks, there's going to be our Israel Speakers series. Please pick up a flyer on the way out. I hope we have really strong turnout for these. I think there's going to be important conversations, and I think stimulating and generative, and I think it's going to be marvelous. So please come out for that. They're on different days and different nights, so please take a look. The final Hartman session, Boundaries and Belonging, is hosted here on Wednesday night. So please, let's have a good hometown showing. It would be lovely to have lots of PJC folks here. They've been well attended all the way along, and they've been stimulating and interesting. And so at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, March 15th, the PJC players present How to See Business Without Really Trying. Showtime is March 19th at 2 p.m. The next book club is Oren Kessler's Palestine 1936. The Great Revolt and the Roots of Middle East Conflict. Oren will also be one of our speakers for the Israel series, so if you want to read that book ahead of his speaking event, which is on April 9th, that would be marvelous. And finally, the next soup kitchen is Thursday, March 16th. The menu is rotisserie chicken, salad, and cookies, and it says, please cut up the chicken. So please do that. I believe, are Barry and Jill collecting that again? I think they are. Okay. So I think it's Barry and Jill, but confirm that.
The Hartman speaker on Wednesday night is Ephraim Siegel's niece.
Yes. Lauren Birkin, Rabbi Lauren Birkin, Ephraim Siegel's niece. She's supposed to be amazing and brilliant, and so it should be fascinating. And all right, good Shabbos, everyone. Yigdal is on. Yeah.
We're going to be doing another, I know Darren, you're so interested in this, we're going to be doing another Mets outing this year. So you, what?
I'd love to go.
You can.
Okay.
It's only for US citizens. You'll see an email coming out next week. It's, I believe, June 18th, it's a Sunday. All the information will be on the email, so you know there's limited seats, so, I mean.
It's almost baseball time again. Baruch Hashem. Yigdal is on page 114. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimsa v'einei tel metziuto echad ve'en yachid ke'yechudo ne'lam v'gam ein sof le'achduto hein lo demut haguf ve'eino guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra rishon ve'en reshit le'reshit Hino Adon Olam V'chol Notzar Yorei Gedulato Malchuto Shefa Nebuato Netano El Anshe Segulato B'tifarto Lo Kam B'Yisrael K'Moshe O Navi U'Mahabit Et Emunato Torah Temet Natan Le'amo El Al Yad Nevi Ne'eman Beito Lo Yachal Yifahel Ve'lo Yamir Dato Le'olamim Lezulato Sofer Yodea Sitarenu Mabil Sof Davar Bekadmato Gomer Lish Chesed Mifalo Notain L'Rasha Ra Kirishato Yishlach L'Ketz Yamim Mishichenu Livdot Mechakeket Yeshuato Meitim Yechayel Berov Chasto Baruch Hadei Ad Shem Tehilato Meitim Yechayel Berov Chasto Baruch Hadei Ad Shem Tehilato. Good Shabbos, everyone. What's up, man? Fine. How are you? How's school?
Draining them.
School is draining.
Who you are, you're like a real grown-up.
I know, it does. Like my college.
So, really?
But we're looking, no, she's a senior next year, but like.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
My
Today?
choice is Yale.
Yeah, oh, nice. That's a pretty good
Brown
choice.
is second.
Round
That's a
second.
pretty good choice too. Do you think we'll be like this?
Yeah, I mean, we're also looking at.
I gotta check on that.
And then, George Washington. She wants to be the Secretary of State.
There you go.
That's her mission. It was, following sort of in Felicity's footsteps, like doing journalism, but now she's like.
Did you ever see the show? What's the show, Madam Secretary?
No,
You gotta watch that show. I love that show. It's fantastic. There's this woman who's the Secretary of State, but it's just like, it's almost like a Western of a, Secretary of State kind of thing. Her relationship with the president. It's great. You should watch it.
I will.
You watch me? You should watch.
No, I haven't watched it. That's probably not a good one.
I mean, not if you want to.
No, yeah.
It's hilarious.
How's everyone doing?
Good, everyone's good. Max is actually in Columbia.
Oh, wow.
PhD in astrophysics.
That's crazy.
Crazy Max? Yes, right.
I think I
That
read
was
that.
my reaction.
I mean, I'm taking physics this year, and I'm like,
Well,
that's intense.
Max went to college, was thrown out after a month.
Father,
Then
son?
he ended up
Father, son?
traveling across America, and then he was like working on farms, and then he worked for Greenpeace in California, and then he went back to school.
He needed that respite. He needed like that little
He didn't take
barrier.
one science class
Where did
in
he get
school.
thrown out?
He was at SUNY.
He was really living his
No, he was thrown out. Well, no, he refused. He was like, you ever see Animal House with secret probation?
Yeah.
I think he was on double secret probation. He was on like academic probation, legal
But
probation.
he's at Columbia.
He went to Berkeley, he got his undergraduate at Berkeley, and he turned down Yale and UPenn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
You didn't know.
That's
At the
SUNY's
time,
boss.
if you knew Max at the time, you wouldn't have guessed it. So, it's a crazy world, but it's all good.
life has twists and turns.
Life has all sorts of twists,
Well,
and they're all fun, and they're all good.
Right.
No, they're not all good.
They're not all good.
No,
And
They
you
all
know,
have a
twists and
benefit.
turns
You
when
know
we're
what?
heading up
They're
the
not all
road.
good, but they all teach
Andy, I
something.
still
I would,
There you go.
I would not use the word
That's-
good.
you know, I
I mix
know.
things
I-
up.
I-
Just email.
I'd say they're
I'm
good.
gonna talk to you at some
I told
point.
you, I
Now
told
you
you
have all this time on your
the
hands, and
weird
another job that I'm
coincidence is
thinking
that
you might be very good
the
at.
synagogue, we went to nursery school and everything, Rabbi Bach,
Next year.
he
I've got it
was
through
like
here,
a
but I'd like to,
mentor
I think,
Like a
it'd be
dude.
good.
to our rabbi, and so it was like.
By the way, I mentioned to the rabbi that,
We'd love to, but we're gonna,
That's
just,
at some time.
no,
That would be good.
well, you know what, I wouldn't normally, but we're gonna, my dad got diagnosed.
Well, you just tell me
with
like,
cancer, so-
just tell me kind of
But
like what
it's,
needs
the
to be
good
done.
news is that he just had
Yeah,
a,
yeah.
but it's okay, but it didn't spread. Like, thank God, we just found out yesterday it didn't spread. So it's only in his legs, so he's
Just
been in
kind of being
radiation.
aware.
And he had surgery on his head not long ago, he just got the stitches out today, so he's home.
But anyway,
You know you walk
otherwise
into
we
this one, yes.
would.
But if you don't want to employ, if
You
you
know,
want
it's
to
Isaac's
go
birthday
Yeah.
that day, so I don't know yet.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
know.
just wonderful.
I think he's
Well,
sticking
if I
around
see
for
that
this
same
one.
every year.
No,
But, I mean, we would love, thank you for the invitation. But I feel like,
I don't know,
it's not
because
really
you're
that.
on
Yeah,
fire.
I think we'd love that.
Right. I keep moving around with
I
it.
know, when was the last time we saw them? In the fall,
Like,
October?
that hasn't fallen on that day. And you know what we should do?
It was
You know
your
what we should do?
birthday.
I know you don't want to do
That's
this,
fine.
but no,
Alright,
really, we
alright,
have to, in
please
like,
send our love.
Oh,
3 years ago, the World Cup is in New York.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
just our time.
I got
Well,
tickets.
Yeah, no.
maybe we'll go, you know what we should
No,
do for a while? We should go to
Yeah.
the Red
How's he doing?
Armor and
I
Nectar.
mean,
They have like a
I think
whole
that was good,
tailgating
but it's
thing
just gonna
with
be
their
hard.
friends.
I
Just
just
come
like
on.
stick to, like, I don't
my
like
thing.
being home.
It's like baseball
And so,
is
like,
an
it's
Just
really
like, oh, you know, I don't mind
something.
things.
Just
No,
like,
just don't-
it's
don't be
goals.
right. Listen, look, you know,
Other
everything
things
you
that
get
just-
kicked out.
Oh, thank you. I think for now we're good, but like,
Yeah.
I will. I promise.
Yeah, please do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.